Hello, welcome to another Hearts of Iron 4 playthrough as, well, with the Road to 56 mod, I'm playing as the Nordic League, which is literally all of the Nordic countries united into one country. Which means I'm probably going to be at war with the Soviets and the Germans. So let's get into it and see how this goes. Right. Garrison here is... This might not be a bad one to start with, depending on what my status is. This, supplies. Things first, we're going to need a lot of guns. Need some more artillery. Great artillery, king of battle. We're gonna need trucks as well, just for the supplies, brains. Start getting anti-air as well, because we are gonna need that for dealing with all the Soviet Air Force. Nope. These, and then go all in on combat. All of old stuff here that I don't need. They're not Swedish designs or Nordic design, so I can't use them. I'll keep about 100 for myself. Let's see what we have to work with. Well, the resources in Sweden. Wait for here. Yeah, this is just good. This is gonna close down the best. Listing. Local autonomy doesn't really make any difference. Still have a load up here I need to get rid of. This is awful. I may as well just. This is crap. Yeah, this is awful. This is unused. Delete it. This is awful. This is basically a... which I already have a better version. This is... crap, get rid of it. It's not bad. That's... Actually, I might make this my reserve garrison one, because this isn't a bad defensive one if they're just going to sit in one place. Infantry one. I want to buff this up a little bit. Doesn't look too bad. This is crap. This. I'll turn this into my garrison unit. This is great. Probably make this my standard go-to one. That means this can be decommissioned. This one is commissioned. Right. Everything over to this, just so I have the maximum amount of everything. Right. Oh yeah, let's get this research out of the way because it's useful. Mechanical engineering. This is the stuff everyone does at the start of the game. Since I already have foundries that Road to 56 adds, I'll add this. Yeah, what to build this on. Garrisons, that's going to be a problem. Civilian economy and rebuild military factories much either, so time to start getting as much resources as we can. The main reason we want to go with infrastructure at the start is there's no construction penalty to them ever, regardless of what mobilization law you have, and it buffs the amount of resources we get. And this will do here, because if I remember correctly, there's a dam here. Yes, there is. So we gain extra construction. Here in the... Not much, but we can help build it. Probably don't need to build all these, but... Now, I know full well the Germans are going to come through here, so... Now, the thing is, once the Germans, Soviets invade, they're probably going to come through here and here, but there's not much supply here, so they're going to be a bit, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but they're definitely going to have problems with supply. Put them wherever. Now, Nordic focus. I'm gonna go with the industry tree, get as much of this out of the way as possible. Now, yeah, the game rule knows, don't care about that. Ignoring the loot box emporium, that's just for I may as well get rid of all these as well, because these are from design, so Gordon's. I may as well just delete all of these because they are this, we can get a bit of a construction bonus. Awful, get rid of them. Rest of this, leave as is. Just auto accept, so I don't worry about that. Spy agency out of the way, because that's too useful to pass up. Field Marshal Earl Gustav Mannerheim. The Finland's army. Not anyone who works well here. Ooh, I do like this. However, I'm gonna go with this guy because infantry officer, probably the single best thing in the game. Denmark. Let's see. Actually, I'm going to swap them around. This gentleman, Karl Usch, since he is a Jaeger, he's going to be in Finland. I think he knows that terrain. Right, start exercising, boys. Oh god, we are really short of guns, you can see. How long is that gonna take? That'll improve. Oh, and I still have all these ships. Right. All in the reserves, merge them all up, and sort them out. So I'm going to want to have a largish fleet in the Baltics and Danish belts, maybe a smaller one out here for convoy raiding. Right, what do we have? Right, submarines. They're going to be off in their own dedicated fleet. Might put more different one just right. This is gonna be the Baltic subs. You lot get up to Stockholm, Turku, and Helsingfors. Atlantic subs. Region subs, probably. A better one. A lot of these subs are probably all old and crap, but they'll do. Now. Yeah, I may need to start. Yes, I'm gonna be very short of oil. Boom. Right, any submarine expert. Courtney, where are we fighting? Shallow seas, fjords and archipelagos, fjords and archipelagos. So, Elias Corneliusson. Or, submarine attack. Actually, inshore with Seawolf. You boys are going to keep exercising. The submarine. Going smaller. Go hit and some. Probably gonna go with inshore fighters where possible because basically we're gonna be fighting in very tight quarters here, so we're gonna need that. And some heavy cruisers, light cruisers, destroyers. Who's the best? Again, inshore fighters, just too good to pass up. Right, so after this, after the state of disarmament, I'm going to go down this tree to get as much of this out of the way as possible. Then double back and probably going to go with the internal policy, and in this case, I almost always go with Hansen, with Per Albin Hansen, but I'd say this might be better given what we're likely to come up against. Okay, now, pink. Training. Then go through all of these, mainly so I can get this as soon as possible. And let's get on with it, shall we? So expect. Old guards, probably not. Might go with this fella just so we can get our divisions trained faster. Probably go with this fella because other expert. I'm gonna go with this guy over Chief of Navy because I can get XP or Chief of Army because I can get them quicker. Currently don't have any planes, which I admit was not my best decision. Let's see. Right, Olaf Norvik. Put you on counter intelligence for now.
Sterling.
Give me some extra manpower and equipment and stuff, but I'm gonna keep them as is. I know it takes a while for them to get up to this, but it'll cancel if the world tension drop for support. Very reliable. Go with this now. All weather expert. Could go with the ground support genius. The problem is he's gonna score more, and I just don't have the time for it. Let's see. I'm gonna go with this guy because he'll buff our spy agency way more than the standard elusive gentleman will. Right. Refineries, we need those. Here, no. Let's get this out of the way just to get the extra research speed. Wales. America, do you have any oil? Oh, you do. Perfect. Island is still demilitarized, so we can't land anything, put anything there. Find more of these instead of the Germans. Probably. Second thoughts, I'm gonna go with this guy first. The political power gain is just too good to pass. This just a probably dispersed because of a feeling we are going to get bombed to hell. Coming, then go for civilian factories and then the extra shipyards. Historical game, so that's going to be affected. to the in France. It's good. We him. We're gonna need a lot of trucks. So over not quite 2 years worth of shortages, but it's gonna take a while. Factories, we like those. Section 2, get that out of the way. It's always good to put these these industry research bonuses on stuff here that's ahead of time, because it'll usually pay for itself relatively quickly. Relatively quickly, but pay for itself. You guys just exercising. As they don't require a lot of fuel. Right, these Gothenburg class destroyers need... May as well buff these guys. We need to get radar sonar, so... That'll be another thing to put in the research slot. And let's add a couple more on just to try and help with dealing with screens. I want to go with Silent Hunter. I'd say probably Lancer. And then Loading Drill Master. Oh yeah, I could also get Mosquito Fleets because it's a mod I have. There's a Boston Udin. Get to work. Silent Workhorse, the beleaguered assistant or hyper-competent sidekick. Am I coming because we have 5 upgrades? Let's roll these. Get and department so I can advise. There. Just like expand the. It's quick and it gets me some extra eggs. Thank you. So the war is kicked off. Unyielding defense. You bet I'm going with that. Start getting. Dynamics and avionics facility. After this, go into infrastructure developments. State railways, trains will be cheaper. More infrastructure. Good. That will be a lot better, I think. Another spy. Probably get her because we're going to be spying on the Germans at some point. Music. Japan overture. Right, infrastructure. Apparently work well enough even though they don't have sonar. That just work. Right, I also need to start buffing some of these. We'll go from Svealand to Västerbotten, and from Västerbotten to Lapland. So it'll do all the way up here, so I need to do... The main reason why I want to have railways is they can't be intercepted by subs. Or other convoy raiders. No, I don't need another naval base there. Just probably these as well. Up at least. That's... way down the bottom because that's already been worked on. This Finland, Norrland, Jämtland, Lapland. Again, I have queued up here. Just don't see the point in wasting fascists in government. It's something we... Right, another slot for another agent. Radios first, or efficiency cap, I think. Most of those are already bonuses. Production bonus is already gone. I'll put another 300 up, but low price because it's going to be more likely to get people paying them that way. Probably not. Okay, I'm going to do this now to try and get rid of some of these, because they are starting to annoy me. This because good idea. Spy and command user and a commander. That's good. We need more of these, so let's have you two get to work here, spying on the Germans to see what they're up to. What's that mustache man doing? Apart from being the mustache man. This will give us extra fuel as well, which is well worth doing. Block. We go with Lancer because it allows us to get through through screens. Giant Hunter for this fella. Right, do I go with this guy? Give us a lot of army XP today. I'd much rather go with. You need to save this part. Dealing with these nationalist garrisons. Now what do we gain here? Less support for fascism on the lines. This gives us ideology drift defense. I have no idea what it does, but oh, what the hell? I'll go with this guy for a change. Need another upgrade. Right, localized training centers because that'll help with the Soviets. And probably help with the Germans as well. Here. Probably get rid of some stability debuff. 20%. That is significant. It's just going to take less than a year to get to build this up. Now we can do expanded departments. Down some of this expertism here and should be good. 10%, yeah, be 5% soon. Swedish policy. Then go down to full commit. All of these are fairly quick to do. I've been here for about half an hour. I'm going to leave this episode here, and in the next one, I'll probably skip over a lot of this industrial and political stuff until things start kicking. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.